So I'd like to introduce Matt Spurgeon here. He's from the Alumni Association on the committee that helped organize this.
Thanks, Will. And thank you all for being with us here today. Really, on behalf of all of us in the Alumni Association, it's really our pleasure to be with you here today to talk to you about what the future after your MAPS degree might hold. And while the slides are coming up, I want to take just an opportunity to do two things before I forget. A, when you're listing off all of the reasons why we in the alumni community feel that you have it, oh, thank you, sir, have it even better than we had it, one of those big reasons is Will. So give Will a round of applause. He puts programs like this together for you, and his insight and his resources that he's able to bring to you is really unparalleled, I think, for anything that any of us ever experienced through the MAPS office. So you're really very lucky to have him, and he's done a great job pulling this together. And I'd also like to thank one other person who is involved in bringing this organization together, Beth Spurgeon. Go ahead and stand up, Beth. She's collaborating on another project with us, which is due in like 4 weeks. So, yeah. We have a running bet on whether or not you'll be more interested in learning about careers or how to date fellow Mapsters. So I won't tell you which one of us is betting on which. So we want to talk to you a little bit about what we're here to do today and what we hope to get out of this event. And first, just to reiterate what Will said, we're part of the Alumni Association. We seek representatives from every class of Mapsters going back, I think, to about 1990. So next year, we'll hope one of you will join us on our alumni board, and that the rest of you will be willing to join the Alumni Association. It does, as Will mentioned, a couple of things: enhance opportunities for MAPS alumni, enhance opportunities for you to meet and to advance your careers by connecting with all of the other MAPS alumni who are a little bit further along in their career progression, who, believe it or not, are eager to help you because they understand what you've been through this year. Raise the stature of our degree, and then also, and this is no small thing, to provide a social and intellectual connection to graduates. All of you, I should assume, enjoy the work that you're doing here this year, and then you're going to graduate, hopefully by August, and all of that's going to come to an end. I know this seems impossible to believe, but it will be difficult for you to get back into the Regenstein Library after you graduate. And it seems impossible, but you'll want to. So the MAPS Alumni Association provides an outlet for you to be able to meet with fellow like-minded students, to be able to have the kind of intellectual conversations you have in the social outlet that you have here moving forward, especially if you stay in the greater Chicago area. So we look forward to joining you, and we look forward to having you join us. And the best part of the whole sales pitch is that it's free. Now, we do a number of events throughout the year. Here are some pictures and some advertisements for those events. These events are social events, they're intellectual events, they're opportunities to network. We also have a committee that we work with, the mentorship committee, that does things like this, that helps to pull together current students and graduated students to help share information and help you move your career along. So what are we doing today? Well, today what we hope to have happen is that, well, let me say this. Many of you, we were sitting in the exact same chairs, in my case, 10 years ago. The chairs weren't as nice, the building wasn't as nice, but we were sitting here and we were wondering, oh my God, what do I do when I finish? How many of you, show of hands, still are planning on pursuing a PhD? How many of you, by show of hands, are considering what might happen if you don't pursue a PhD? And by show of hands, how many of you are completely petrified about what might happen if you don't get into graduate school next year? Okay, and then the rest of you are just not being honest. So what we're hoping to do is to give you a little bit of insight into what it is that you need to do next. And regardless of what you choose to do, you're going to need to eat next year, and ramen noodles suck. So what we're going to want you to do is to help, what we want to do is to help you find jobs for next year. And this can be a career job you want to do for the next 20 years of your life. It can be the job that you want to do for the next year until you get into the graduate program you're hoping to get into. This program used to be called Marketing Your MAPS Degree, and it helped students figure out, how do I talk about what it is that I've done here in a way that makes sense, in a way that helps me get hired. Our goal is a little bit broader today. We want to help give you also a sense of what is possible with the degree you have. How can you use this degree, and how can you talk to future employers about how this degree helps them get what they want? So a couple of keys on how to make the most of this afternoon. First, remind you to talk to alumni. I know this seems ridiculously simple, but many of you, we've done this for several years, don't talk to the alumni. Don't take advantage of coming to the reception. Don't ask the questions that you're worried about. That's what we're here for. We want you to do that. It's important because every alumni that is here today knows the Regenstein. We know what you've been through. We really, really know what this is like. And this is important because we've gone through this experience and we've found ways of transitioning this into career success. We've learned how to talk about this degree in a way that makes sense to employers. To make our U of C story part of our larger success story, we want to pass those lessons on to you. Your story will be different, everyone's is, but we want you to learn from our patterns. We want you to learn from our lessons so that you can do what we've done as well. We want you to network. Everyone's been telling you this, probably since you were in middle school. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And I don't think that's true. I don't agree with that. I think it's not who you know, but it's how you can talk to people about what you know. And the what you know part you have down. At the University of Chicago, they're giving you unparalleled expertise in methods, unparalleled training in the social sciences. This is very valuable. The tricky part are the next two parts. How to talk about that with a potential employer and who to talk to about this. I'm happy to say that this alumni association exists to help you answer the who question. There are lots of people that want to talk to you about the work that you do and how that can help them in their jobs and in their organization. So we help you with that part. And we also want to help you think about how to talk about the work that you've done here. So it's a great time while you're with us today to really start networking and practicing your networking skills. Practice how you give a short elevator speech about the work that you've done and what your interests are, and get some feedback from some of the alums. Third, get contact information, follow up. This is incredibly important. All of us have brought business cards, and many of us do work that connects directly to your research or the kind of work that you want to do. So when you talk to an alumni, you think you've made a good potential career connection or someone you want to talk to learn more about what it is that we do, follow back up, schedule an informational interview, chat with that alumni, learn more about what they do and how you can do something similar. Also remember, if we don't know someone that can help you, it's a pretty good bet that we know somebody that does. So be asking those questions, share about your interests, and we will help you find what we can. Remember, we are going to be horribly disappointed if you don't connect with us. We're so happy, really, to be here with you today. We love talking about this stuff. We actually are interested in your thesis research. So we really will be disappointed if you don't chat with us. If you talk with an alumni, do follow up. Why are we doing this? Well, we're doing this because, as Will said, it raises the esteem of the program if you're successful. So helping you helps us. And we're also doing it because we're nice people. So, fourth, learn from our mistakes. And every one of us who have been successful postmaps have a couple of mistake stories. This is mine. When I first was applying for a position, yeah, you guys know where this is going. When I was first applying for a position, people asked, what's my theory of working? How do I feel about jobs? And I said, well, I really like to tie it back to Karl Marx. And the employer kind of looked a little concerned for a moment, and the first thought was, well, I'm not hiring a communist. And I kind of picked up on this. I can fix this. Let's not talk about Marx. Let's talk about Emile Durkheim. And trying to explain the concept of anomie during a job interview is not where you want to be. So listen to some of these stories, hear how we talk about the work that we've done here and how it's helpful to talk to potential employers. You live in a very special place right here, and honestly, all of us kind of wish we were here with you. But the outside world's a little bit different, and you have to learn how to translate the lessons you've learned here and your experiences here in ways that are palatable and understandable for people outside of the University of Chicago. And we're going to help you learn a little bit about that as well. We want you to discover how we found jobs that are both intellectually stimulating and rewarding. And I think it's fair to say that all of us that are here today have found that, and you can find that as well. It takes a little bit of work, but it's possible. We want you to find career paths that appeal to you. And then finally, this. We want you to relax. You're going to find a job, I promise. We want you to have confidence. You are trained so incredibly well. And I understand that the training that you might have now, and you're thinking, how do I apply 15th century French political theory to a job I want to get in the nonprofit field, is tricky. But the skills you've learned, the methods you've learned, give you unparalleled expertise. And then finally, prepare. And that's what we're here to help you do today. Okay? Remember, there are a host of rewarding careers out there. There is a way for you to get off the ramen noodle diet. It will happen. It takes work, but you're going to get there. There's frustrations, but you'll push through it. Anyone that is capable of getting through this master's program successfully is capable of succeeding in the careers that you choose, because the drive and determination it takes for you to be here is really pretty rare. So have some confidence in yourself. Know you'll be able to get there. It's going to be a lot of work, but we'll help in any way that we can, and we're certain that at this time next year, some of you will be standing on one of these stages explaining how you became successful post-MAPS, how you were able to turn your experiences here into something very valuable for yourself and for your career.